All right, NFL and London fans, it is Wade and Ryan outdoors, ready for the first week of the Wild Card playoffs.
Playoffs.
Two games on tap. Ryan and I are recharged with positivity, having been back in Canada for a while, and been smiled at, which has been nice. People looking you in the eyes, being friendly and folksy, always good. But we're back in London, and we're ready to get into this.
On location, cheating on the sports bar.
And we are cheating on them, but I'm sure they're cheating on us too. So
playoffs, we're on the road.
Exactly.
We're on the road.
First game we're going to talk about, we've got Cincinnati Bengals playing Houston Texans in Houston. Houston, 4.5-point favorites. Of course, if you want to make your bets, go to williamhill.com and use our promo code NFL20 if you're a first-time gambler. Now, Ryan, what do we think about this game?
This is Cincinnati. It's the team nobody believes in. Every week, every time Cincinnati we've been doing, I think I've gone against them. They've always won. They're like Atlanta for me. So this is a tough one. 4.5, I'm actually going to go with Cincinnati. I'm going to believe in Dalton. AJ Green's been unstoppable this year. They don't have the running game, which is why I'm so surprised they've been doing as well as they do, which just shows how good Andy Dalton has been this year. But I'm going to say they're going to keep it straight. Houston's been backing into the playoffs, and no team, when they back into the playoffs, ever does well. It's always about the hot team. Who is the hot team getting in? Cincinnati stepped up at the end. They're going to step up this week. They may not win, but it's all about covering the spread, and that's what they're going to do. Cincinnati definitely will cover.
You know, Ryan and I talked about this beforehand, and I agreed with him. And you know what? I'm going to change my mind right at the last minute. I'm actually going to go for Texans.
Flip-flopper.
I am a flip-flopper because now I'm thinking about it. I think it's in Houston. They have been, as you say, beaten down. People haven't believed in them. And they're at home. And so now it's a time for Schaub. The defense, which we've talked about, they both have great defenses. And it's utilizing their running game. You think that they've been in a slump. Now they've got to answer for it. They were clear ahead to potentially, be in the finals, and get a bye in the first round, and they fucked it up in the past few weeks. So I'm saying that Schaub and the defense and the running game, I think it's going to be a close game, but I actually think that the Texans are going to irk this one out and come out with a victory.
Schaub has to win this game because his future is now kind of in doubt. Is he going to be like the Tony Romo? Can this guy take us to the next level? So I'm like Andy Dalton, who's second year, 2 years in the playoffs back to back. He's already seen as the future. Matt Schaub now has to prove that he's the guy to take it the next step. But you know what? You got to be hot getting into the playoffs. And when you don't believe in yourself and your fans are going to be even more scared than you are, you're going to feed off that vibe, and Cincinnati's going to take advantage of it.
I think, that Cincinnati, they've been lucky and fortunate to get through and playing some teams, but I don't think they've really been tested and challenged. And I think that now that Houston's at home, they really have to step it up, play very tough football. It will be a close game. And it doesn't matter for Dalton anyway. He's a ginger.
He's the year of the ginger, my friend.
It is.
It's the year of the ginger. That's what I'm calling it.
If 2013 is the year of the ginger, then the Mayans did win. So, all right. So that's it. Ryan is going with Cincinnati. I'm going with Houston. Again, make your picks at williamhill.com, NFL20. Second game of the night for Saturday. We're going to do picks tomorrow, but for this is the Saturday game is the one that a lot of us are waiting for, the rematch of last week. The Minnesota Vikings, who knocked out the Bears, are playing in Green Bay. Green Bay is 8-point favorites. As we talked about the weather, it looks like it's going to be about -8 to -13 degrees Celsius, a little bit of snow. Can Christian Ponder, who's got a 56.3 rating playing outdoors, do anything against this Green Bay team?
People use the weather so much. I'm so sick of people talking about the weather and how it's going to make such a difference every single year. The weather is not going to determine this game.
I remember a few Bills games where the weather came to play.
It doesn't come into play that much, unless you're just this. I understand there's a dome team coming outside, but this is Minnesota. They have played in Green Bay once a year, every single year. They know what they're going into. They've played in December. They've seen the cold. This is not the Green Bay team that was undefeated in Lambeau Field. They've been struggling in Lambeau Field. Lost to the Giants. I remember Brett Favre when he lost to Michael Vick in Atlanta. This is not the same scary Lambeau Field that people remember. So I am actually, again, I'm going to flip-flop this time because I said Green Bay before, and I'm going to believe in Adrian Peterson because I think he should be the MVP because there's too much love for quarterbacks and no one appreciates the running back enough in this league because they think they're a dime a dozen and they're done at 30. But that is not true. Adrian Peterson proved so much this year. He is the man. He's going to run for 200 again and prove that he is the MVP of this league. 8 points. Even if they lose 5 touchdowns, I win.
In terms of covering, I think, you're right. They did play a tight game, last week. But also, I think Minnesota threw everything that they had last week. They had to make it. Green Bay knew they were going to make it. And obviously, getting a bye would have been nice. But I think being outdoors now, the defense is going to step up. And Minnesota is also one of those teams, if they fall behind, Ponder screws up. Because then you get 10 points down, and then you're gone.
This is huge for him. This is bigger for him. Probably the biggest game out of any quarterback, other than maybe Matt Schaub, is Christian Ponder this week, because Christian Ponder has to prove to the Minnesota fans that he is the guy to lead this team in the future. He had a great year. He played a great stepping up, doing that drive last week. He's got the confidence now going in. His team believes in him. I think the fans finally now believe in him, because they have been needing a quarterback since Dante Culpepper. So this is it. Christian Ponder, he's going to step up. He's going to play well. He's just got to manage the game. Let AP do the work. Don't try and win it yourself.
Well, I think Green Bay is going to get ahead. They're going to build up a big lead and knock them down. So those are my picks. Those are Ryan's picks. Coming down to the Sports Bar and Grill, Marlborough Station. We're going to be there tonight from 9 o'clock. We'll be open very late if you want to come join us. And of course, join us on Sunday, if you will, for all the exciting games that we're going to have. But we'll talk about those tomorrow. NFL in London. Cheers, everybody. Good football to you.
Good luck.
Good luck.